Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel for everyone's favorite segment, What's in Your Bag. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is a series made up of videos sent in by you, where you take apart your Pelican case, your gig bag, or your toolkit, and you show us all what you're carrying. I get a lot of requests for more of these videos, new episodes, and I can only make as many as you send in. I've had messages sent in recently from folks asking if the series was still going on, and I love making these, so please do send in more videos. It's super easy, and you can even shoot it on your cell phone. Just find a spot with some good lighting, set up your Pelican case, unpack it, show us what you got. Do the best that you can with the audio, and link me those files through something like Dropbox, and I'll edit it all together. If you prefer not to appear on camera, that's fine too. You can stand behind the camera and just show us what's going on. So hopefully everybody feels comfortable submitting a video if they want to. And if I do end up using your video in a future episode, I'll send you a $20 Amazon gift card to help replenish some of your expendables. So with that all out of the way, it is 4th of July week here in the States. It's a holiday week, our Independence Day. And to show that there's no hard feelings, I'd like to turn the channel over to my new friend Marty in the United Kingdom.
Hi guys, I'm Marty and I'm a house engineer at a 400 cap venue in the UK, and this is what's in my Peli. So I'm going to try and rattle through this pretty quickly because there's quite a lot to see. Gloves for pushing boxes, painkillers because doing sound with a headache sucks, Petzl headlamp. This is a stand and small decibel meter just for referencing. A tape measure, analog. In here, this is quite cool. This is made by a Canadian company called Skinth. They make all custom-made pouches for Leathermans and torches and other knives. But in here, I carry a Phoenix E11 torch and a Leatherman wave, and that goes on my belt. Another Maglite torch, loads of torches. So in here, this is quite cool. This is a Palmer cable tester. And the reason I chose this one and not some of the cheaper other ones that are out there is that it has no protruding knobs on it at all. So it fits really well in the case and doesn't take up much room. Next to that, in a Shure mic case, is my soldering kit. So in here is all different pliers and solders, but the soldering iron I actually use is this one here. It's the Heiko FX901 that Steve did a review of on the channel, and it's awesome. I was super glad that I picked that up. It works really, really well. A bunch of just pens, so Sharpies and biros and stuff, the usual. Talkback mic is just a 58 in a case with a clip. Don't actually use it that often, but I'd quite like to get a switched one. Headphones, I'm using the Audio Technica ATX M50s. I think that's the ones that these are. What else? I carry these, a bunch of short, just tabletop mic stands because I needed them for a show once, and I've just kind of left them in there ever since, really. I've got these two small cases that just are adapters and turnarounds, pretty much a couple of everything that I could think of that you might need. And then in here, this is a bit set for screwdrivers, which we'll get onto in a bit. Next to that, in another case, in here you'll see is a multimeter. And then in the cases here, we have the first one, I do believe is all just cables and turnarounds. So again, just kind of one of everything or two of everything kind of cables you need. These cases, if you search on eBay for action camera case, they're super cheap. And this is like the medium size, and they fit in a Peli 1510 really well. So in the next case here, this houses a few interesting bits. So we have my Focusrite 2i2 interface, and some cables for just a Behringer reference mic, and that's for using with Smart. I don't profess to be a genius with Smart. I'm pretty much using it as an RTA. I also have this in here. This is a TP-Link Nano router. And again, it's not like the widest range out there, but for being small and just thrown in the case and using to get you out of a bind, it works perfectly and it's super small. So all of this stuff here is just a bunch of cables, XLRs, just so I know that I can put my hand on a decent cable if I need to. I actually also carry 2 speaker cables, little patch leads. The reason for that is in the lid here, I have 2 of these. These are Palmer PDI-09s, and they sit in between a guitar head and cab and give you a direct feed to front of house. These are super good. You can pick them up for like $50, £40 in the UK, and they're really a proper good secret weapon in small venues where you need to keep the number of open mics down to a minimum, and they sound great. In this next pouch, we've got just a bunch of tape, so medical tape for microphones, batteries, more batteries, and a drum key in a little case here. Top pouch is just small XLR patch leads for when you need something smaller. The next top case over here, we have some moon gel for taming wild drums. I have some Shure SE 215s, just some little in-ears. And then in this case here, this is actually a small fishing tackle box, but it's a really good size for kind of carrying just all other little bits you need. Super glue for cuts on your hands, small screwdrivers, guitar picks, fuses, just that sort of stuff. Anything that's too kind of small to keep anywhere else. That leads us on to pretty much the last bit here. So in this section here is where I carry a selection of hand tools. So we've got some grips and a spanner. These seem like weird things to carry as like a front of house engineer, but they get you out of a bind all the time. I've got a small hacksaw and a ratchet screwdriver. And last but not least, some wearer hex keys. And that's pretty much everything. So thanks for watching.
Thanks again, Marty, for taking the time to shoot that and send it in. I'm a little bit annoyed that you were able to get all of that done in one take, really. He sent that all over one take with audio files detached. He shot separate audio and on a set that looks better than mine. So tune in to Marty in the future if you want to see more great live sound videos. He's got a really cool thing going on there. That's it for this time. Thanks again. Be sure to send in a video if you've got one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There's 11,000 people subscribed to the channel, and I don't know if anybody's getting notifications. I get a lot of folks messaging saying they're not, so be sure to check your notifications if you haven't been seeing the videos recently. Lots more to come. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.